welcome to another episode of Rod Talks. Today I have a very special guest. He's been on many podcasts. He has his own podcast. He does a lot of live stand-up acts. He has his own show at some full place. He does a lot of things around Phoenix, Arizona, and around the country, and that he's known as the one, the only Zack Lyman.
Thank you so much for having me.
Well, thank you for. Well, that could be different, taken differently, couldn't it be? Thank you for having me.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you for having me as creation of a child, and then also thank you for having me on your podcast.
Yes, that's interesting because he is my son.
Yep.
Creation of a child. Yep. I like that. That's a good way of putting it. Nice, clean way of saying, yes, creation of a child.
It's got both C's in there.
Yeah, it does. I don't know what that means. Anyway, so I was on your podcast.
Yeah, moments ago.
Yes, moments ago. What was your podcast called again?
The Zack Lyman podcast.
Oh, I forgot that.
It's very easy to remember.
It's
my name with the word podcast.
Oh, and there you go. Mine is Rod Talks, by the way. Did you know that?
Yeah, I know it's Rod Talks.
All right. Because you have a young mind and you can remember things.
Sure. Let's go with that.
Let's go with that. So how have you been?
I've been good.
Yeah.
A lot's changed lately, but I'm good. Things are on the up and up. Just staying busy with doing live streams of marketing and selling my free ebook and selling T-shirts. So.
You know, you got that beautiful ebook out, which I read, which is really good.
Thank you.
And your beautiful T-shirts.
Thank you.
That one last T-shirt, I really like that. Is about something about washing hands. What was that?
Yeah, it's the vote today sticker. I voted today sticker, but I changed it to I washed my hands today. And my friend Steve actually came up with the design, and his company now has taken over printing my shirts. So if you order off my website that cool shirt, my friend Steve is actually the one that gets the order, prints it, and ships it out. So
that's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I like that. I like that. He's going to have to start doing my T-shirts too.
Yeah, he definitely should. He gave me a good deal. I used to use a company called Printful, and Printful has warehouses across the world, probably,
right,
but mostly for us in Arizona. They have like LA one, and they got like Washington and like North Carolina. So it kind of like you didn't know always what facility it was going to come out of.
Right.
And that I wanted to know. I want to know the people that print my shirt.
Absolutely.
I want to know the quality is being held up, and everything from beginning to the end. I know all the steps, and I've been to the actual warehouse that they're being printed, and I know Steve. So it makes me feel better having a company like that do it.
Well, that's awesome. What's the name of the company?
Marketing Beaver.
Marketing Beaver.
Yeah, so Marketing Beaver, and they do all kinds of marketing stuff, but they also print T-shirts.
I like that.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Are you part of the Marketing Beaver? Do you have any part of it?
I mean, I help Steve with stuff, but I'm not like really part of it. In the past, I've helped him with things, and then we still work on projects together. So
right. So you do a daily marketing live, right, on Facebook usually?
Yeah. I've been doing a live every day for about 20 to 30 minutes, just doing marketing stuff, covering different marketing. Really just trying to teach people how to use online marketing properly because of all the change that's happening lately. So I'm just giving away free knowledge of marketing so that they can apply it to their business, whatever their business is. So I'm trying to keep it very open to the topics. And like when I discuss things, I really kind of keep in mind that any business can apply this. And I try to go with those angles on things.
I like that. I like that a lot. So take me through step by step of you setting up yourself to go online and do a live event. What is it like to do? I mean, how'd you do this?
Yeah, so what I do is like I have an iPad and I keep mine very simplistic because I think it's important to be simplistic with your live stream, especially like mine's just on Facebook
Right.
and you can so I discuss a topic for a little bit and then it goes into a Q&A. And so all of that, I don't need any fancy equipment. I don't. I just need an iPad, a good camera, good lighting. I find a good place of wherever I am of sitting, and then I just go live and I discuss the topic and answer the questions, and I just make sure that I'm wearing a nice clean T-shirt, and that's about it. You know, just kind of simplistic, and hopefully people share it or like the knowledge, and it's been kind of growing. Um, I've been getting a lot of good questions, a lot of private messages too, of like
Right.
more detailed stuff. But yeah, it's been really growing, and I've been liking it a lot.
So is there a certain time that you're coming on doing these?
Yeah, like around 3 to 4 ish. I'm not
Okay.
really like
Phoenix
super,
time, Arizona time.
Yeah, Arizona time, and I'm not really being super stringent on what time exactly. Just whatever time I become available around then, and then going live for 30 minutes. And I just keep the videos up there too.
Right,
So
exactly.
you can go onto my Facebook and just watch all of them
Yes.
if you wanted to.
And that's his name, Zack Lyman, on Facebook.
Yeah, just go to Zack Lyman on Facebook, and then yeah, I just been hopefully people have been sharing them and helping each other out that way because I just think that's once it's done, it's no longer a live stream. It's just a created video, and then it's just
Right.
full of content that you can watch and really grasp. And a lot of the questions that I get could definitely apply to every type of business. So
Right.
yeah.
Exactly. Well, so do they really need just an iPad? Can they use what they have, like a laptop or something with a camera on it?
Yeah, as long as the video is good and the audio is good, and then you find lighting and good backdrop and stuff like that. I think all of it's fine. You know, I don't really watch too many live streams that are like super detailed. A lot of people are just hey, here's me in my office, or here's me in my living room. Anywhere setting that's like nice and clean and good lighting. I don't think you need to get too detailed on it.
What do you think of car videos? People sitting in their car.
That one, I'm like, just go inside. You got the car running, and you got the AC going, and then you gotta turn down the AC so you can not hear it in the video, and we just go inside. Just go inside your house.
That's interesting because I think that was one of the things you actually told me is like, Dad, don't do any more car videos. Do something with a cool background or something that's crisp and clean.
Yeah.
Not yeah.
Yeah, if you're not live streaming and you could just go do it in a park or something like that.
Right.
Where it's not on a windy day or something. But like just having like a simplistic but nice background, it's great.
How did you ever get into this?
Just from doing comedy, really. I started doing comedy 11 years ago, and quickly realized if I ever wanted to be anything as a comedian, I'd have to learn how to grow a fan base and how to get people to come to shows. And so it started with like marketing for flyers and flyer design, and then it led into like, okay, but how do you get people to the live event? And they have Facebook, and then you got all these social medias, and how do you correctly use them? And so I was doing that, but also at the same time, a lot of people don't realize I was doing ghostwriting for books.
Right, yeah.
And so I was writing ebooks for other people, and like sometimes I'd be hired to write about Twitter and like the best way to use Twitter. And so then I would be like reading hours and hours of blogs, watching webinars, deeply learning Twitter just so I could write this book. And then I'm just carrying this knowledge around. And I just kept doing that, where I kept having to write these social media books.
Right.
And I just kept grasping that knowledge. And then I started getting day jobs in marketing. And so it just kind of all started with comedy and trying to like grow my own comedy.
So do you sell yourself out Do you pimp yourself out
Put myself out.
to other people to help them out with their marketing?
Not really. Not too much. I don't really I don't really try to work on people's marketing or like get hired by companies to do marketing. I mostly just I like the projects that I'll take up is like you can pay me for like a one-time fee to kind of look over and tell you what you're doing wrong. And then I like doing that stuff. I like helping you figure out what is wrong, where you're going wrong, getting you like maybe a game plan. And then I can hand you off to like many of my friends that do marketing too. So it's like, oh, you need someone that does this type of marketing. Yeah, my friend does this, or
Right.
So I like just helping the problem solving and get people back on track more than anything.
Right. On your podcast, we talked about traveling and everything.
Yeah.
else. Do you think that this is really going to change? The world, how people see things and
Yeah.
things?
Yeah, I think like right now, I basically lost 2 months of gigs.
Wow.
And that's like so many shows. It's so many. And but I'm watching people like me that also lost all their gigs live stream and go online and really deep dive and figure out how to do things online. And so I think right now apps are being created from all this.
Right. Yep.
I think this is everyone's learning and everyone's being like, oh, it would be a good idea, create this type of app to help comedians or help musicians do this. Or, people are like, I just think we're learning from all the live streams. And I'm wondering, because like for me, I'm doing these like 30-minute live streams every day. And I feel like I'm still going to do those even when all this is over, but maybe not every day. I'll just do them maybe once a week or something.
Right.
And I'm wondering how many people are also feeling that way, where they're like, oh, I learned how to sell my shirts online finally.
Right.
Maybe I'll continue selling these shirts online after all this.
Exactly. And I think that's a big thing right there.
Yeah.
Is that the people are going to be looking differently at the brick and mortar. It's interesting. In between our podcasts, and I was reading my text messages, that I got 5 text messages from friends that are asking me if I want to use their office because they have nobody coming in.
Oh, wow.
And so there's a lot of empty buildings, spaces, and everything else that people are wanting to know what to do with. And like what we do, we have our own podcast office here.
Yeah.
And we're going to be doing videos and everything else in it. But I think that's crazy to think the world's going to be really changing in that aspect. What used to work isn't going to work anymore.
Yeah. I think that's very important to know is that everything's different. Every type of business, like we're seeing coffee shops that have to like become everything to go.
Right.
And even that type of business is going to change. Like it's going to be very different of how fast paced, how clean, how standards are. And then going back to live events, I think it's going to be the same. People are going to be like, okay, maybe I can watch this online, or maybe I'll offer an online version after this. And now I have the tools to offer it online. I think there's going to be a lot of change after.
Well, there is. The interesting thing is you and I were supposed to be doing a trip here at the end of the month, first part of April. And that,
first part of April.
We're supposed to be kind of like doing a little tour and that going up to Cheyenne, Wyoming and hitting Fort Collins, Colorado and that. And that's all changed. And the interesting thing is that there's a lot of people, because where I was going, she didn't understand the concept of maybe having like a summit. And I told her, let's have a summit. And that, in other words, everybody that was supposed to be there doing speaking and that has the same speakers, but let them do a summit online.
Yeah.
And she had no idea what I was talking about.
Yeah, just do a giant webinar.
Mm-hmm. And I was telling her, I says, well, if you want to do this, then And she basically is like, I can't do that, Rod. I don't even know where to start. And that if you want to
Yeah.
do something like that,
Yeah.
I'd be more than happy to be part of it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm getting this a lot, is that these people are trying to figure this life out. But it's the same thing. Like, even you and I know this, that in this world, that we're the invaders, the innovators. We are. And we don't always get invited to do things because people think we're always busy with our own thing.
Right.
But people would really love to come and do stuff with us.
Yeah.
If we set it up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the whole thing. If we set it up. and I really like the idea that you're teaching people and talking about marketing and everything else, and that let these people now set it up, and set their own thing up and everything else.
Yeah, I'm trying to make it. I kind of learned that from the ebook was like people knew that I probably have some knowledge in different categories, and then like the ebook, it talks about my 11 years in comedy, and it talks about marketing and comedy, and talks about writing and comedy, and talks about how to book your own tour and how to, so really I try to cover all the subjects that I kind of know that I had to figure out myself.
Right.
And so when I released that and it got all these shares and people seem to really enjoy it, and I'm getting downloads in other countries now, and it made me realize of like how much all this knowledge, people are like, wow, I never thought about that. I never thought about this. And all I was doing is just, I don't like the idea of me keeping any knowledge, because I should be sharing the knowledge and everyone should be sharing their knowledge. So I like when I realized that all that knowledge was something that I could share, I wanted to. And now the same with the marketing, where it's like, okay, well, I'm just sitting at home doing nothing when I could be sharing knowledge of things that I've learned in over 10 years of marketing.
Great. Well, and you're not asking for any money, but you're asking for some donations. Well, not really even asking. You're just putting it out there that you can Venmo me if you would like, right?
Yeah. It's just like in the subject title, it's my Venmo. And then like lately I've been kind of mentioning it. But like also if I did a live stream and no one Venmo'd me at all, I would be fine.
Exactly.
It's okay.
You're not married to it, in other words.
Yeah. It's just there of like, I know I've kind of learned over the years that like some people just want to be giving and they want to acknowledge that and it's nice. And then, wow, what a great transition, of just like, I give you knowledge and then you Venmo'd me a couple bucks and we both got something out of it.
Absolutely.
That's great.
I like that.
Yeah, but yeah, it's really just about sharing, and I'd really just start. If anything, I wish people would just share more, It's like, why not share these videos with people, and why not share your knowledge?
Exactly. And I do a lot of that too, is I do a lot of free things, meditations and things like that. Donation-wise, just to pay for the space or whatever else and that.
Yeah.
And, it's something to give back to the community and pay it forward in that aspect. And, it's, don't expect a lot, expectation wise,
exactly.
Else than that. But so speaking of not expecting a lot, what do you think of my spread for my guests that come here for podcasting?
Yeah. I like you have a table for your food.
Yes. It's some vegetables on it, a couple of nuts that I found.
Yep.
And some chips.
He offered me some veggies and some dip and some chips and a little bit of a trail mix.
Yes,
and I want to make sure that I was taken care of as the guest.
Absolutely. That's what I really strive to make sure my guests are really taken care of here.
Yeah, you noticed what I offer my guest.
Yes, I didn't get anything.
Nothing. I never. And then when I go on other people's podcasts and they do like when I was on Hyperbole, he like made sure I had like water, and he got me like a coffee, and then like he made me espresso himself. And
oh my gosh!
If I wanted a milk and all this stuff, and then when I was leaving, he gave me a gift of cold brew And I was just like, this is way better than my podcast. This is way you guys are doing it right.
Exactly. I offered you coffee too.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep. Let's make sure that you're comfortable and everything. I even gave you a back rub.
Yeah. Back massage was great. Yep.
How's your back feeling, by the way?
Much better.
Oh, good.
I feel
Glad to hear it.
much better.
Glad to hear it. So you asked me a few questions on on your podcast, and I'm going to ask you the same things and that. And I kind of know the answers to this, but would you go back to living in an RV?
Yeah, I think I would. I don't like paying rent. I don't like that idea. I don't like the idea of renting a space. I feel like I'm just taking my money to someone and throwing it away, which is weird. So I lived in an RV for over 3 years, and I absolutely loved it. Like, there was definitely hard times.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't like winter in an RV, and you know, and my RV was way too big. I would go much smaller to easier to drive. Is really the main goal. Is like you would definitely travel more if you have an easier to drive vehicle than if you have a big RV that you don't want to drive ever.
Right. Exactly.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah. And gas mileage, I'm sure too. But yeah, I would totally go back to adventuring at that. So
RV and a scooter, right?
yeah, RV and a scooter, just a scooter on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been looking at scooters every day. So
yeah, I know. It's my friend got a motorcycle, and I've been playing with it and everything else, and I think motorcycle's too big. I want a scooter.
Yeah, scooters are great. Just cruise around town.
Cruise around town with it. They're in and out stuff. Boom, boom. And right now the traffic's not bad, so
yeah, traffic's great right now.
So yeah, absolutely. You know, I got a little scared on this my friend's motorcycle. I got a little scared, so but it's okay. Yeah.
What happened?
Well, well, I was going fast.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I had to stop. Yeah. That's what happened.
And you had to stop quickly?
Yeah. That back wheel kind of locked up and slid a little bit, and I'm like, oh, kind of squirreled around.
Were you more nervous because were you more nervous about your body or ruining someone else's motorcycle?
So this is a vintage motorcycle that is
really?
mint condition. There's nothing wrong with it. It's got really low miles and everything. It is just a very beautiful bike. Okay. So I wasn't worried about me. I can heal, but I don't think
can't replace that
no,
bike.
No. And the thing is my friend doesn't have a motorcycle license, but they wanted this motorcycle really bad, so they're going to take motorcycle lessons and things like that. And it's just crazy to think about that. You know, this vintage bike is sitting in their garage waiting to be ridden. You know? And as they're learning how to ride, and you know, but that's their baby. They're going to be their baby, and you know, it's kind of like, you know, me babysitting. I don't think I could be a very good babysitter right now either. You know, I'm just go get your own damn bottle. I don't care. You know.
Yeah.
I guess I'm getting old again. Cranky, you know.
Old and
just
cranky.
kidding. But you just want to take care of other people's stuff, and you know, and so I was scared that you know, getting squirrely and everything else and that.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, that's why you got to get it like a little Honda scooter.
Exactly. Absolutely. And, you know, I used to have a little scooter I really loved. Yeah. But I've seen some of these scooters that go 80 miles an hour. Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. I was out on the freeway the other day and a scooter passed me.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah, I was looking at a Yamaha scooter that just needs a carburetor. So I'm going to maybe pick that up and change. Maybe cruising around on that, but yeah, that one was like, it goes 80. So
isn't that crazy?
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to take it on the freeway.
No. And they got little wheelbarrow wheels on.
Yeah, they got tiny wheels.
Got these tiny little wheelbarrow wheels, and I know how they bounce around.
Oh man, you know? I've gone 70 on a little scooter.
Oh my gosh,
I've gone 70, and when I was at 70, it was pretty nuts, because you're just, any slight breeze or movement, you could just easily be off balance. And I remember hitting a like a crack in the road,
Oh yeah.
like a real deep one while I was going 70. Oof, there was a moment where I was like, this is scary. But
Yeah.
I definitely scooter. Just going 30 is great.
Yeah, in town riding.
In town,
In town,
30,
yeah.
40.
Yeah,
It's fine.
exactly. Absolutely. No, that's the thing is that my friend wanted to take the bike out on the highway to see how it did. Nope, I didn't do that. I got it. I think I got in the third gear is the most I got, as far as I
Yeah.
got with it. And it's like,
And you're like, I'm good.
yeah, this is good. Yeah, it's a good bike. Yeah, yeah, that's all I need to know. Yep, it works great.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
So you think you'd rather get a scooter than a bike right now?
I really would. I think so. I think that's my whole thing is that you look at that and go, that scooter looks really good right now.
Mm-hmm.
And right down the shop, right down from our office here, and there's a scooter shop.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
Literally, and I've been wanting to stop in there, but then I've been scared to stop in there because then I might buy something.
Might leave with something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm having the same thoughts.
But I'm trying to see the traffic how I drive from South Scottsdale to North Phoenix.
Yeah.
On a scooter.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of side roads I would have to take.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, you could as long as you go up to 7th Street, you just cruise on over.
7th Street, there's an idea. I was thinking Hayden.
Yeah, there you go.
All the way up too.
Yeah.
Because I could do that.
Yeah.
That wouldn't be too bad. But, it's summertime. Do you remember I used to have this blue scooter?
Yeah.
And the place I worked at, I had to wear blue scrubs. Do you remember that? How that looked? It looked like a big Smurf.
Just a blueberry driving around.
Yes. I was sitting on a scooter, big blue guy on a blue scooter.
Yeah. That was an electric one too, wasn't it?
No, that was gas.
Was it gas?
That was a gas one. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Because I had to change the gas lines on it, so I knew it was gas. I know it's gas.
Oh yeah.
Because when they came over from China, when it came over here, I could remember I waited. It's like, come on, where's my scooter?
Yeah.
And it finally got here, and it ran for about a week, and then I ended up to have taken all of it apart, and it has all that plastic stuff all over it.
I remember it being heavily plastic.
Heavily plastic is like 32 to 40 screws, just taking one piece off and everything.
Yeah.
And so and so then I changed the line on it, and then the fuel filter went out, and I had to change the fuel filter line, and I just overdid everything. I put a bigger line and bigger filter on it. It was like some lawnmower filter I put on it, but it worked. It worked great. I loved my little scooter. I would go 50 miles an hour on that thing.
Yeah. It was a little cruiser.
Yeah, it was. I liked it. I think it was a 50cc too.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Yeah, it was a little cruiser. It was a
nice little cruiser.
Miss that kind of thing and everything. So
yeah, maybe after this we'll just go scooter shopping.
Well, we could. Yeah, we could. We could have to clean up the layout that I left here for you.
Yeah. All the veggies and stuff.
The veggies and that. So, what do you got coming up here in the future?
Just doing the live streams. Got the ebook. Yeah, I'm just going to be trying to release more shirt designs. I got that type of stuff coming up. At one point I will have live shows again. That'll be a fun time. But until then, I think I'm just going to be writing more. I wrote my new hour of comedy that I, as of right now, should be taking on the road. But since all this happened, I'm just kind of sitting on that new hour, and then I'm going to just maybe write some new ebooks or maybe write, I am writing every day for comedy, but I feel like this is a good time to just be at home writing and creating that way and releasing that content. So that's what I've been up to, and that's what I got going on.
Good. Yeah, near future that I'm pretty sure we will be both back on the road and hitting some pretty cool places and that. So do you have any plans on doing like some online teaching or anything like that, or
just the live stream stuff? I think I'm going to be, who knows where that might lead me. I'm doing the marketing stuff, but then I'm helping other companies out with learning live streaming a little bit, and I'm just helping people out. So who knows? Maybe more classes in that route. But I did pitch you the idea today about doing some live stream gaming.
Oh,
where
absolutely.
We
Yeah.
could play some video games
Yep.
on Twitch and just getting the Xbox in the office here and getting that set up.
Can we sell that idea to our other partner?
Yeah.
We're not just playing games.
At one point people will donate money or something.
Oh, there you go. Just to watch us. Huh?
Yeah. It'll be profitable at some point.
Oh, good. Just like our podcast stuff.
Yeah.
Right? It's gonna be profitable right now.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. So, I'm so happy to have you here, Zach.
Yeah,
It's fun.
thanks for having me.
We've had a long day today already. We've done a bunch of content for different things and figuring things out. And I think it's about nap time, but you're going to be going live here pretty soon too. So
yeah, right after this, I'm going to be going live and answering marketing questions and then maybe scooter shopping after that. So
there we go, honey. So you get your live set up and get it ready, and I'll clean up the mess, and then maybe we will go scooter shopping.
There you
think
go.
the scooter shop's open anyway?
I don't know.
We're
going to check.
Yeah, some more father-son stuff.
Yep.
Zack Lyman from Zack Lyman Live, comedian extraordinaire type person, that writer, author, movie star, TV star.
Thank you.
Universal star, star of my life. That I'm sure his sister's not going to listen to this. So, my favorite son.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome. So, because our family doesn't listen to our podcast. Mine anyway. I love it. So, come on, we had to leave it on a light note,
Yeah.
So, ZackLyman.com.
Yep.
And you can reach him and talk to him. And make sure you watch him on Facebook and see what's going on with his live stuff and that. And very helpful, very informational. Yeah. My name is Rod Lyman. This is Zack Lyman. I'm with ReikiRod.com. Check out my stuff on ReikiRod.com. Some t-shirts and books and things like that are going to be on sale very soon on ReikiRod.com, and actually probably some classes too.
There you go.
That you can take. So I'm excited about this. I'm glad that we got to spend some time together today for
Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely. And you'll be seeing more of us and some of the more work that we're going to be doing. That's it for me today. And with my beautiful co-host, Zack Lyman, you guys have a great, wonderful day. Bye-bye.